Hello everyone, my name is Nana Sniper. I'm coming here live on the next half of the series of Metal Gear Solid of the Master Collection Volume number 2. This is Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Just kidding. Peace Walker. Now, you guys have waited long for this moment. So, let's do a little review of the last time when we did Snake Eater. After Snake eliminated the boss and he untitled his new title codename, which is Big Boss. But, of course, we're going to still call him Snake. Or however you guys want to call him. But I'm still sticking to Snake. Or Snake, however you guys want to do it. But either way. After eliminating the boss, Snake managed to get his new code name, Big Boss. So, yeah. And after the events, this takes 10 years after the events of Operation Snake Eater. Snake has done a lot of missions on his own and completed. However, the real question is, has Snake fully recovered after eliminating his master, aka the boss? Because at the end, he did cry, and I'm pretty sure he still misses her. But still, Snake still continue his past life to fulfill his destiny and continue fighting for his job and mission. Now that he is Big Boss. And as you guys can see, pre-order bonus love box. And if you guys also completed the Master Collection save data bonus, you get the gold uniform. But anyways, so why don't we read the prologue so far? After the tragic loss of the boss, Big Boss forms a private mercenary group and devised the Peace Walker incident in order to acquire a Metal Gear. This game not only features missions to infiltrate enemy strongholds, but also operates elements where players must manage to grow the facility known as Mother Base. Players can also go on co-op multiplayer missions. So that sounds brilliant. So, let's see. For starters... There we go. Much better. Now, I changed the graphics from the the old version graphics to the newer graphics. So that way it can look way more newer. So that way we can see it brand new. Now, as for everything, I'm pretty sure you guys want to see the rest. So, without further ado, it's time to begin. So, we're going to choose English. start game. And before we start the game, enjoy the intro of this game because it'll be unbelievable what you're about to see. So, enjoy the intro. So, hold on. Not yet. Not yet. 'Cause and you remember that from yesterday's last night's stream. It looks better. But we're going to wait for a few minutes or seconds because it's going to show something incredible. Interruptions. Hold on, give me a moment. Okay, now with that said, let's begin and create save data. Now, what you're about to see is something incredible. So enjoy the show.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the camera stick. Now when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the... If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now! At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear? Good! Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the move stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly, tilt it further to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it! That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now, we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it all for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the move stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Boss, you have to press the attack button as you tilt the move stick. Fine work, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Start talking. Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the move stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the move stick to throw them. By tilting the move stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Next. That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Tilt the move stick while restraining the opponent, boss! Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss! Snake!
I hope you guys were paying attention through all that.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, big boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Yep, that's how the cutscenes are going to work for this game.
Here.
Thank you.
I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm. hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in La Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Oh, thank God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Prologue: An Army Without Borders. Let's begin.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. Sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the move stick to move. Use the camera stick to adjust your view. To change your settings, open the menu. There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two. Tilt the move stick left or right while holding the weapon window button to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with the aim button, then press the attack button to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut. Perfect. Oil drums, driftwood, buoys. There are plenty of targets around here. Select equipment by tilting the move stick left or right while holding the item window button. The menu. The M16 is a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire. Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it. The over-the-shoulder view allows you to aim with a high degree of precision. Body part targeting correction will automatically shift your aim to hit nearby body parts. If you want to change the aim settings, take a... I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
we'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
Ah, this damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA.
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. Get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Paz. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss.
What?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to myself.
Boss is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible. This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
I'm seeing things.
To press up against a wall, face it and hit the action button. From that position, you can do an enemy search to detect enemies. That also works while lying down. The percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
This will be a lot to progress, but I'm also gonna have to change the control setting. So yeah, because I think I changed the setting on the control how I play it. Because it's been a long time since I've done this.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Enemy attack! Being shot at! Going to alert status!
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed with extra caution.
Hey! What was that? Hey! What the?
There's no way you can charge it now. Shake those guys first.
Yes, sir, we broke them. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge has cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Freeze! The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there? This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God. How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. It looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Well, how are you guys liking the game so far? So... Alright, so welcome to the MSF Mother Base. Now, I will explain step by step, but I'm only going to explain it once or twice. So listen carefully what this is going to say. Mother Base can support your missions in many different ways, from developing new weapons to collecting intelligence. Alright, so fortunately, what this whole entire base is basically our mother base, or should I say, our main structure base. What this base is will be helping us create business, or should I say, make this our main protective things. But as you guys can see right now, it's small and tiny and doesn't look that cool. But the more we play of this game, we can make this facility even better. So, for starters, let's go. This one doesn't matter. So this one you guys do not want to do this one. So yeah, only these two matter. So let's start with staff. And here's the tutorial. Mother Base is divided into several teams, including the combat unit, the R&D team, and the waiting room. By dividing your staff between the teams and raising each team levels, you will be able to develop new weapons and items over time. Select audio assigned in the waiting room to automatically assign to teams according to their abilities. Recruiting talented personnel and exploiting their talents will with the right assignment is the key to expanding Mother Base. this tutorial concludes. So in other words, all we have right now is the combat. We're gonna call it, instead of like, we're gonna call it the teams. And look what level they are. We have the combat team and the R&D team. The combat team is basically with soldiers that can fight on the battlefield. The R&D team is basically where they can help develop new weapons and everything. But as you guys can see, they're both 0, and it shows you how many you can put, because fortunately there is a limit depending which teams you put. So for now, in the waiting room, here are our soldiers, and as you guys can see, they have unique abilities, and you guys can see the letter of each one of them. So for starters, we have our good friend Commander Miller, or should I say Kaz, because we're just gonna call him that, Kaz. And as you guys can see, the combat is at level B. The R&D team is level B as well. But as for the other 3, we'll talk about that later. So what you want to do is you want to assign that person to the right depending which is the higher ability. Now take this soldier for example. It doesn't matter his name, it doesn't matter. But as you can see, nothing looks ordinary, but if you see that letter C in the R&D, which is this one, that means he is perfect. So all you gotta do is press this and voila. It's beautiful. And now it's level 2. But fortunately, we're gonna need more people. So if you want to equip multiple people, you're gonna have to choose the right one. So all you guys gotta do is press square and make sure all of them are correctly put. So yeah, but fortunately, since we have lesser people, I'm gonna assign them randomly for the time being. So there we go. We're just doing this randomly for the time being. There we go. There, and done. Okay, so as for Kaz, we will put him here for the time being. And now that that's done, Mother Base is slowly tiny bit growing. So for right now, these 2 are available. Now, as for the R&D team, like I said, depending which soldiers, or once again, let's read the tutorial. At Mother Base, you can develop new weapons and items for use in the missions. This icon shows that you are able to start developing weapon items. However, to do so, you will need the amount of GMP funds display. Be careful, if you run out of GPM, developers may come in to halt. More powerful weapons and items will make difficulties missions that much easier. That concludes the tutorial. Alright, now what that means is, let me show you guys an example. Now this weapon is the one I just used right now, and obviously it's level 1. But depending how we can get our weapons stronger, the max total is rank 5. But in order to do that, you have to level them up as you guys can see by that small bar on the bottom, each time you use the weapon, it'll increase more. But if you want to increase the rank of the weapon, you have to get more people assigned to the R&D team, and to make sure how you can unlock this, because right now this is locked. To do that, you just press X and it shows you right now. R&D team required level 28 or higher. And when it says current, that means right now my R&D team is level 5 right now. So unfortunately, this will be locked until the R&D team is level 28. So are you guys understanding so far? Alright, very good. Now, as I'm going to keep explaining, there are different types of weapons. So, we have pistols, which are the handguns, shotguns, assault rifles, submachine guns, sniper rifles, machine guns, missiles, aka rocket launchers, throwing weapons, which are grenades, of course, and these, I don't know how to pronounce these ones, but yeah, and this one, yeah. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, now, when it comes to weapons that are ready, you have to, all you guys gotta do is just press yes. But look at the top right and it shows you how much it will cost for that many people to make it. It's basically like money, if I have to say it. But once you press yes, it'll go lower and it's being developed. But as you guys can see by the arrow pointing, it's at 0%. Now you guys are wondering, when will it be ready? Well, that's the thing. In order for you guys to use and make sure the gun is ready, you have to complete a lot of missions multiple times. Once you do that, eventually you will get a notification. Well, not notification, but you guys will see what I mean eventually later in the game. They will tell you that the weapon is ready. But there's also another thing you guys want to be careful. Like I said, you have a limit of amount of how many people that can make weapons. For right now, we only have one that's unlocked. But you guys will see eventually. Now, we also have these items. So, fortunately, I know in Snake Eater we ate rations that taste disgusting. But now the rations that we get here are from America, and they're tasty and yummy. But they also heal you, and these rations you'll definitely need on the battlefield. This one, we'll talk about it later, or actually no. Just like Snake Eater, you also have a stamina bar. What this drink does, mate, it will recover your stamina. So, yeah. But only use it if your stamina bar is lower. So yeah. Now these, you guys will definitely like these. Instead of me explaining that, I'll let Kaz explain it, because obviously, yeah. And most important, we're gonna need this thing as well, the analyzer. It'll come in handy eventually, but for now, I'll explain everything later. Okay, but before we also let me control the settings of the controller. So, hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Okay, this will sometimes get used to, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. Alright, so if my partner is listening in, this will be a good time to listen in. Okay, so obviously we are not going to actually. Okay, this has been a while since I've done this, so if I remember correctly.
The boss has infiltrated the area around the coast.
Alright, before we start, why don't Kaz explain everything?
Snake, you can use the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system to send prisoners and unconscious mercenaries you encounter back to Mother Base. I know you've used the Fulton before, but just to make sure I'm not missing anything, let's review the steps.
Okay.
First, attach a balloon to the unconscious enemy or captured prisoner.
Right. I hook a wire to their waist, and on the other end of the wire, there's a helium balloon.
Right. Then we'll send over a chopper to catch the floating balloon with its recovery hook and reel it up into its cargo hold.
And that's it?
And that's it. We finished installing the recovery hook on the Huey.
Wait, Kaz. Something doesn't make sense about this whole process.
This again.
Well, normally, Fulton recovery is for when you're using fixed-wing aircraft. With a helicopter, isn't it simpler to land and pick up directly?
Listen, Snake. You're going to be calling for recoveries repeatedly throughout your mission. We want to keep the risk of taking enemy fire to a minimum. The best way to get that done is to do the recovery in a high-speed flyby. That's what the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system is for.
Uh-huh. What's the real reason?
Helicopters are cheaper, and the repair bills will start adding up once the bullets start flying.
I thought so. Kaz, I know we need to keep costs down, but...
Boss, you really need to get rid of this whole army mentality. We're not the Pentagon. We don't have billions of taxpayer dollars to play with. And besides...
Fine. Just pick a reason that makes sense.
Helicopters have quicker response time. Sounds strange, yeah, but it works great. I promise. You'll get used to it before long.
Yeah, I hope so.
So in other words, if we bring some Fulton recovery with us, we can capture the enemies instead of killing them or leaving them unconscious. We can obviously take them with us back to Mother Base so we can increase the numbers. And here's a bonus. If we capture either the enemies or prisoners, they might know some intels on new weapons, items, or anything that can be useful on the battlefield. And they'll also have our chances of helping us create new weapons. The more enemies and prisoners we have, the more the better Mother Base will be. So, I think it's a good idea. Not only we unconsciously knock them out, but we can also make sure that we have the right weapons for the battlefield. So, what do you guys think? Alright, now also for when you guys go to mission preps, fortunately we're going to change Snake to this guy, because if you add your teammates into the combat simulator, I mean, the combat team, you can play as those soldiers. But anyways, so listen carefully for this main important part that I'm gonna explain. So, unfortunately, unlike Snake Eater, as you guys saw me holding all those guns and Snake Eaters, unfortunately, and I know this to you guys, you're gonna tell me that's BS, but we can only take 2 guns with us. Only 2 guns. That's a part of this game. Only 2 guns. So, for starters, you can choose one of the guns out of anything. But since I only have my assault rifle and tranquilizer gun for the meantime, yeah. So those are the only ones I have for now. But once we get deeper into the game, we'll have more guns. And you'll see. Now, the ones right here are your guns that have box. But the ones that look like this are for your grenades or anything else you need. So for right now we only have grenades. Now for your items right here, we can take anything that basically can help us. We can take some rations and items and everything. We can also take some photo recovery, but also how can I say this? We have a limited amount of photo recoveries. For right now, for me and my partner, we have 9 photo recoveries, which means we have 18 in total. I have half, and my partner has half. We also have a box, which basically can be helped to sneak around. We have binoculars, we have a camera, Walkman. Yeah. But fortunately, I'm only taking the photo recovery, binoculars, and what else? I think that's it. Yeah. So that's it for me. Also, now, as you guys can see, you see that symbol that has like 2 people next to the skeleton crossbones? Yeah, it shows you how many players can join you. But unfortunately for this one, I can only do it solo. So, yeah. So I'm going to show you guys a demonstration. Oops. There we go. So I'm going to show you guys a demonstration.
Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button. If you had something to stand on, you could probably reach that. Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete. Fulton Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Hurry up and send those knocked out soldiers back here. Don't mess around or they're gonna wake up. Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete. Okay, you're done with that area. Head for the goal.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, this is not the main story. This is something called Extra Ops, which basically extra missions. Extra missions will have a time limit, or some will don't. If you fail, then you have to start all over. But if you complete an extra mission, you'll be rewarded with something nice. But it also have a requirement.
Mission complete. The folks back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
Now, each time you complete the main story or an extra mission, it's going to give you the time limit, or should I say, your results. And in this game, it'll give you a rank of how you did. There's S, A, B, and C rank. It's basically the same thing as Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. If you do good, and depending how much time you wasted, you will receive a rank. Up, and here we go. Now, after you complete a mission, it's going to show you something like this. A personal report, which means the soldiers you captured will be brought back to Mother Base. And if you see this, a report has arrived from R&D team, which means a weapon is now, well, let me show you. So what you want to do is press Mother Base and give it a second. Voila! My new gun is ready, and now it's rank 2. My tranquilizer gun is now rank 2. So, yep, this should come in handy. Ah, the analyzer. Alright, let's add these guys right here. No. Nope, I don't need those. Alright, now, before we continue with the main story, let's do this one more time. But this time, let's add the analyzer and make sure. There we go. Oh, trust me, I passed this game without it. But don't worry, we will get a special we will be getting a rifle I need, so don't worry about that.
Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button.
We're under attack!
Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button. You won't get up there alone. With some help, maybe? Looks like that soldier's out cold. Try using Fulton Recovery on him. You did it! Keep it up!
Now, as you guys can see, I did that extremely more faster. And if you get an S rank, it will sound like this. That's how you get an S rank. By speedrunning it. Alright. But before I continue, again, now there's one more thing I want to show you guys.
The boss is in. Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button. This is Miller, hearing you loud and clear.
Alright, now that I have the analyzer, this is what I was talking about. So basically, we're going to recruit some soldiers or unconscious prisoners that have been, well, that can be helping. That can help us with Mother Base, but some of the soldiers and prisoners can be useless because obviously, as you guys can see, you don't know what rank they are. But now that we have this analyzer, once they're unconscious or if you get close enough, you can analyze them. But the analyzer is level 1 for right now. So let's analyze this guy. And he's rank E for the R&D team, so to me, no. Now, let's try this guy. Rank C for the R&D team. Yes. So, we're taking this guy with us. So obviously, we're taking this guy with us.
You did it. Keep it up.
All right. Now, to basically switch your items, I don't know about my partner, but the way I'm doing it, I hold L1, then press either square or circle to switch my items. The same thing for my weapons, but for my weapons, I hold R1 and again square or circle to switch them. So, yeah. But the controller for my partner, I don't know. Alright, now for L1 is your items, for R1 is your weapons. Remember that. But you have to hold it. Hold R1 for your weapons, hold R1 for your weapons, hold L1 for your items. To switch them, you have to hold the button and then press either square for left or circle for right, depending which weapons you want, whatever you want to use. Alright, but now let's make the R&D team. There we go. Alright, now that that's settled, it's back to the main story. But as you guys can see, this time you see the number how it says 0/2. Well, this time, not only I can do it by myself.
Snake, I rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake.
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. A school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Teacher? Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and...
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
Thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me. I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all in school.
Got it. I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school, I also learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable. And I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Paz can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
Alright. Now, this time I can choose either single, which is solo. I could do it by myself. But if I press host on the other hand, which means, yeah. And just to make sure, I'm putting this on private, because if you set it to this one, domestic, that means anyone can join you. Anyone. But we're going to set it to private, so that way no one else can join us. Alright. Now, to invite that person, all you gotta do is just press square and look for that person's name and invite them. Simple as that. just press start to skip the tutorial. You can just press start to skip the tutorial, or I don't know, however you want to do it, go ahead. I'll be right here and I'll be right back. So BRB. Take your time with the whole tutorial thing. I'll be still here, but I'll be right back real quick, so BRB. Alright. And just to make sure. Psh, yep. So, I'm pretty sure you can hear me now. Like I said, you gotta make sure you have everything equipped. Make sure you have the right weapons. And make sure you have this equipped on you. The Fulton Recovery. And I know you don't have the analyzer, but since I'm more professional, I'll be in charge of analyzing the enemies. So make sure you're ready. Alright? Do I make myself clear? Alright. Once you have everything ready, and to make sure that you are fully ready, all you gotta do is just press start mission, and yeah. Chapter 1: A Country Without an Army.
Head for the FSLN boathouse. It's northwest of there. You can use the radio you just picked up by opening the menu. Use the radio by going to the radio tab.
Yep, he's coming with us, so we're taking this guy with us.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Nope.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
What's going on?
Come on, let's go. We're not taking these guys.
You've got to wait for backup before going any farther. The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
Start talking. Start talking.
Good. Now meet with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the boathouse.
¿Quién es? Eche. No way. What do we do?
Sandinista's right. I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo! Shh. He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax. I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar? I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know. How do I look? A little like El Che, no? You Cubano?
Colombiano. A photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh.
Let me smoke too.
We can talk until I finish this. Chico!
Tell me what's going on here.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security. More like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Codessa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's? La CIA.
I saw them, setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks, It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else.
They have a base near here.
There's a factory to the north, across a suspension bridge.
Factory to the north, across a bridge. Have you seen the big transport boat, mercenary crew on the Rio del Jade?
You mean the barge? It's upstream from here. Up toward Irasu.
Any idea what's on it?
I could introduce you to some of our compas up there, but I don't recommend going to the mountains. We've lost a lot of people there. They take us captive, torture us for information about our compas, and then they kill us like pigs.
Got it! All right!
This was our last hideout, the final refuge for El Frente, after being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster.
Y mi viejo. Mi viejo. Papá. He was la esperanza. Our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo, an unmanned weapon, a robot!
No, he won't survive the fall.
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa than suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still alive, I might as well repay. Over here! Fine, chico! ¡Venceremos!
Snake, what was that thing?
Whatever it was, it looked unmanned.
Unmanned? I'd heard rumors, but an operational unit?
What the hell is going on here?
Not to quote Amanda, but the hardware they've got here isn't just unusual, it's overkill, which means one thing. It's nukes. So the question now becomes why?
We can't make that call yet. We need more intel.
How? Our source is dead.
But his daughter isn't.
Good thinking. We can follow her. Head for the next outpost and make contact with Amanda if she's still alive.
Roger.
All right. Now that things are starting to get more details, but also remember what I said. When it comes to recruiting new teammates after we capture them, we also have to return to Mother Base and see if we can unlock new weapons or anything that can help us on the battlefield. So let's see. Ooh, a new weapon. Ooh, a rocket launcher. This will come in handy. A pistol. Alright, so let's take a look-see. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy right here. There we go. And let's take a look at our weapons. Okay, so we have the rocket launcher unlocked. But we're gonna need more than a rocket to take it down. So let's see, what else can I use? Oh well. But as for you, my friend, I hope you select your teammates well, because I cannot help you with your mother base. For my mother base, I put it however I want it. But for you, my friend, that's for your decisions to make on your own, my friend. When you're ready, let me know.
The direction Amanda's Sandinistas were going corresponds to the location of the next outpost, a supply depot. We should be able to make contact with her there.
Alright, and this time, stay behind me. I don't want you running off, because if the enemy sees us, remember, if the enemy sees one of us, they will call backup, and we do not want that. So I suggest, do not go ahead of me until it's clear. you do realize if we eliminate those soldiers, we won't be able to recruit them. And I also forgot to mention this. If you kill soldiers, you won't get a rank S. So, in order to get a rank S, you have to keep all the soldiers alive. Otherwise, if you kill them, well, that's your choice. That's why I always stick to the suppressor Mark II tranquilizer gun. But also remember this, your tranquilizer gun suppressor is equipped with a limit bar. So the more you keep shooting, the more you'll lose your suppressor. So if I were you, when you're using the tranquilizer gun, pay attention on the limit bar of your suppressor, because once it's in the red, the next fire you shoot, your suppressor will be gone and they'll hear the gunshot. So don't shoot rapidly fast. So if you want to make sure the enemies fall asleep, only one shot them. But if you want to fully put them to sleep, you have to carefully aim for the head. That's how you can easily knock them out. So, yeah. Anyways, let's continue. And don't forget, we also make sure you also bring the Fulton recovery. So that way, once I analyze them, I will be able to make sure they're ready. Alright, here goes nothing.
Careful. They've got reinforcements coming.
Correct.
Nope. None of these. We're not taking any of these soldiers because they're not ready and they're not strong enough. So we're not taking them with us. And there's something else you should know. You see that over there? Wait, don't even think about it. But you see this white paper right here? Throughout this whole entire game, if you see something like this, it's information for a weapon or an item. So in other words, throughout the whole entire game, you will be looking for, if you find this, You'll give us a document that we can take back to Mother Base and we can create whatever it is. So let's see what this is about. Stun grenades. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. That should come in handy.
Press the attack button near the enemy to initiate close quarters combat.
Alright, now let's get a move on. Come on. We should probably get going.
It'd take 2 people to get...
What's going on?
Make out.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Snake, try to make contact with Amanda.
Amanda went across that rope bridge. Hurry.
Make out.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed on board. You might be able to get past the enemy by hanging from the bridge. Press the action button near the bridge's handrail to hang. of this operation. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
The enemy's here!
You've been spotted. Run for it. It's either that or take out every last enemy soldier. Careful now. They might be holding FSLN soldiers prisoner.
Enemy assault! Hey, let me roll that!
To send a prisoner to Mother Base, equip the Fulton recovery system. Select equipment by tilting the move stick left or right while holding the item window button.
What's that? Guess not. What's that? Hey, let me roll that!
Will you stop pressing random buttons? And this guy is a prisoner. Yep. This guy's coming with us. Alright, now you do it. Equip the Fulton recovery and take this guy with us.
Press the action button in front of a prisoner to take them to Mother Base using the Fulton recovery system.
Alright. Now let me analyze the rest of these guys. Nope. 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 Alright, this guy's coming with us. Take him. This guy's coming with us. Him too. Nope.
It'd take two people to... Looks like there's no way around him. You up for this, Snake?
To be continued.
Listen, boss. We both know you're the reason MSF's grown so much. But it's time we started putting more thought into provisions.
Good point. A place this big needs a good stockpile on hand.
The Japanese say, you can't fight on an empty stomach. Something we learned in World War II.
Obviously. Maintaining a steady supply of provisions is one of the basic principles of logistics.
So I went ahead and set up a mess hall team. The team members' numbers and abilities will affect the amount of grub to go around. Without enough food, morale will drop. They get hungry enough, and we could start losing people. Anyway, I need you to assign guys to the mess hall team.
Copy that.
Alright, now we have a new team. The mess hall team, or shall we call it, the food team. Now, here at Mother Base, we're obviously going to need soldiers helping and working with the weapons, but we all agree that we're human beings and we need to eat because we get hungry. Without food, then what's the whole point? Would you work without food? Is that what you want? Alright, now this time, for the food team, you will need to supply significant according of food size. Mother Base staff, your current food supply is represented by food. When food is greater than 100 soldiers, morale will rise, inevitable soldiers to perform their natural abilities. On the other hand, if food is below 100, morals will fall. If moral falls too low, soldiers will defect and ultimately leave Mother Base. Assigned staff to the mess hall will ensure that everyone receives a plain provides. So in other words, you gotta make sure you not only send teams into the mess hall, well, not only to these two, but also to the cafeteria, because if they don't eat, they will quit Mother Base and leave permanently. So, as you guys see, Kaz is rank A for food. So, we're going to put him in, obviously. But then again, maybe not. And sweet, rank 2. Not bad. But we're going to assign these people that we have so far to the cafeteria. There. Now, fortunately, as much as we want to continue, but so far, how long has it been so far? 2 hours and 40 minutes. But now, take a look at the number now. Yep. So in this game you can also do it 4 players, but here's the thing. You can only do 4 players when you fight a boss fight. So obviously it's only the 2 of us. We're gonna need 2 other players. So obviously it's 2 versus a tank, but it's not a tank, it's an LAV, which means it's a machine gun tank. It won't fire any rockets at us. The only question is, do you feel like you're ready for this, or should we wait for another time? Fine. But in the meantime, I'm also going to let you guys know this. We can also do these as well. But fortunately, they're solo, except for these 2, of course. But all I am going to say is, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And so far, I'm glad you guys are enjoying this game so far. But like I said, this is only the beginning. Once we get deeper and deeper into this game, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, to make sure you save your game, just go right here, press save, and boom. That's all it takes. But anyways, even though this was really fun, but just remember, I will be doing this off screen because we're gonna need more people to increase. Because, like I said, we're going to need a lot of people to increase these. And most importantly, obviously, the more people I collect, the more off-screen this will take. So, I will be doing off-screen to grind more soldiers and get more weapons. So that way, everything will be well prepared for the next stream. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So peace out, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for more. Because like I said, this is only the beginning. But we are just getting started, my friends. So more Peace Walker will soon come away. Alright, Peace and good night.